Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a great day so far and welcome to today's video, which is going to be a good old will I buy it, where I'm talking you through all of these new and upcoming makeup releases and also giving you some tips and tricks if you're trying to avoid purchasing any more makeup as to why you do not need to buy any of this if you're trying to save money or cut back on makeup spending. So without further ado, let's get started. There are quite a few exciting releases coming up, aren't there? I feel like this year is really starting to ramp up now as far as like really juicy releases that are really exciting and tickling our pickles. Now, first up, let's talk about these two new shades of Westman Atelier Baby Cheeks. That's the cream blush sticks, one of their best products. I own a few of these and I really like the formula, even for a cream hater, cream repeller. It's one of my favorite like cream or stick products, particularly blush. Their blush sticks, amazing. And their bronzer sticks, all of their sticks, amazing. So they are giving us two new shades. We have Coquette, which is a bright pinky peach, and we have Carson, which is a just pinched mauve. Now it may surprise you to learn, I don't know, maybe it won't, but I'm going with it will, that I skipped on these two new shades. Initially with the teasers, everything was looking quite peachy, but when we actually saw the reveal and the swatches, I thought, do you know, I just don't need these. I already own a couple of these shades. You know, for a cream blush stick, which isn't my favorite type of formula to use, it really has to wow me when it comes to the shade. I really need to have my socks knocked right off my feet. Otherwise, I just know I won't use it and it will just go in a drawer. And that's how I felt about these shades. They're pretty. I think Coquette was probably going to be a bit light for me. And then Garçon, you know, a mauvey shade isn't my typical go-to type of blush colour. I'm more of a peachy girl, peachy coral girl. So I actually passed on both of these. I think the formula of these is fantastic, but they are really pricey and you really need to know before you spend this amount on a blush in 2024, do you actually have something very similar already? Do you have a similar shade? Do you have something that's quite close in this formula already? Have a look, have a goosey gander through your existing collection, because I don't think either of these shades is particularly unique or wow that you don't already have something like it in your collection. Check first, I beg you, or have a cooling off period. That's what happened to me. When I first saw these were coming, I thought I'm buying them both. I waited, I had a cooling off period and then decided actually I don't need them. On with my life. Next up, we have these new lip pencils from Pat McGrath, the Dramatique Mega Lip Pencil Collection. So these are a brand new product, brand new formula from Pat McGrath. Hard to come by these days. But there are 12 shades. They will set you back $29 each. Again, this is a product that launched while I was on holiday. And so I was really only buying anything that I really wanted. Anything else was going to wait until I got home because I didn't want a load of packages waiting for me, even though that happened anyway. So again, I had a bit of a cooling off period with these. Initially, it's like I'm starved of new Pat McGrath lipsticks. I keep saying I wish she'd bring back her Luxe Trance. That was one of my favorite formulas. I loved them. I wish she'd give us a load of new shades of her matte formula as well. But this is just not what I was looking for. I feel like I'm clearly can't be pleased, can I? I just don't really use this type of pencil lipstick. I get the pros of it. I do think they're obviously very travel friendly. They, you know, allow you to not need a lip liner. You can get a really nice, crisp, precise application with them. But I just prefer it's an old old dog, new tricks kind of situation. I don't like change. You know, I know that about myself. I like a bullet lipstick. Okay, and the pencils, it's not for me. I don't like the application process of them. The packaging is a pencil. Can't really get excited about it. So I completely passed on these. I got home, I looked at them again, thought, do I want to try them? And I didn't, it turned out. So this was a pass from me. You know, at this stage of our lives, of the makeup love journey that we've been on for a decade now, if you're me, you know, to really grab me by the gizzards and make me buy a lip product. It's got to be wow factor. It's got to talk about these really unique special shades and formulas that are really right up my street. And this is just, okay, you know, Nars and Laura Mercier have been doing these for years. We've got lip pencils, we've tried them, and there's nothing crazy wow about these shades. They're just very standard as far as the lip colours that we already have hundreds and dozens and millions of at this point. So I don't think these are just like wow factor enough or different enough to what I already own to grab me and pull me in and force me against my will to buy them, you know? And I would imagine it's the same for you. We don't need these, we have lots. We have drawers full of lipsticks, okay? And I promise you, if you have a little look through, you'll find all of these shades already in there. So that was a very easy pass for me. First, all suits you, sir, temptation of the video, for me at least. This incoming summer 2024 collection from Chanel. I thought, I don't know if I was the only one, that we'd already had the summer collection from Chanel, but there are more coming. It turns out, more coming, and oh, yes, please. Now, I don't care about the glow sticks. I've never picked up one of those. They're just not my kind of product. And I definitely am not going to get excited about, what are these, shadow sticks? Those are like, yeah, easy pass, not interested. Those blush and highlight duos though, sign me up. I love these products from Chanel. I love Chanel blushes and I adore Chanel highlighters. And I have one of these duos from a couple of years ago as well. So I know these are going to be beautiful. I know I'm not going to be disappointed. I have to pick up both of these because the coral one is much more my typical jam. You know, I love peachy coral blushes. That looks like it would be the better one for my skin tone and just my preferences for makeup. But the other one looks like it's the unique achievement in 2024 for a beauty content creator, something different to what I already own. I don't have any blushes these sort of colours, so I feel like I should get both, you know, for science, and let you know which is best and let you see them both on these little cheeky doos, because that is something that is nothing like what I own already in my collection, especially not from Chanel. I always go for the neutrals and the peachies, so you know, you gotta push yourself out your comfort zone every now and then. Like almost every piece of makeup that Chanel releases, these are likely to be, I'm sure, limited edition, but just remember, Chanel limited edition has not been selling out overnight in recent years. A lot of their limited edition collections from the last year are still sitting on their website. So don't panic buy them thinking they're going to sell out overnight, okay? Cooling off period. I promise you they'll come to retailers eventually. I'm sure they will loiter around on the Chanel website for a while. So don't get tricked into the limited edition panic buying process, okay? These will be around if it's something really special that you really, really want. I promise you they'll still be there in a few weeks if you still want to pick them up. These look beautiful. They're right up my street, something I really get a lot of joy out of. They will be coming to live with me in my home, I promise you. Next up, we have a new collection coming up from Tom Ford. But is it? Now, we've got an empty cushion foundation case. No, thank you, even if it was full. No thank you. There's no cushion foundations in this house. The only cushions here are on my sofas and some of the beds, but you get it. Then we have some lipsticks. Apparently there are 3 shades of those coming. This is a very, very early days sneak peek from Armeet here that she has given us. She's blessed us with. We've then got a highlighter. I just think I'm done with buying Tom Ford highlighters, to be honest. I've purchased like 3 in the last year and I haven't loved any of them. I just think the formulas of their highlighters are not for me. They're too metallic. I found that they can be quite thick. And I just much prefer Chanel highlighters. I much prefer many other different formulas. So I don't think I'm going to buy that either. And then you won't believe it. You won't believe this. They're releasing body heat again. It's true. I don't know why either. I don't know why. I don't think there's a soul left on this earth who hasn't already purchased that colour story or decided it's not for them. We've all seen it. This has got to be like the 45th minimum number of times we've re-released this exact same colour story, this eyeshadow palette. I promise, Tom. I know. Look me in my eyes, Tom Ford. I know you can do it. You can give us a different colour story. I really believe that you can. Please, we beg you. So I don't even really feel like anyone needs talking out of this, okay? Because there's nothing here that's new. There's a different case. No one needs that. Don't you dare try and tell me that you do. That's number one. Don't make me cross, okay? Don't make me come down there. Lipsticks, no. This highlighter, I mean, I think if you're like me and actually you don't really love Tom Ford highlighters, stop giving them second chances like I'm going to. We can do it together. We'll make a pact. I won't give them any more chances and keep trying highlighters that I actually don't get along with that well. And you stop doing it as well. If you do love them, you've already got some. So you don't need any more. You're not going to pan a highlighter. I promise you. Okay, so you'll be fine without another one. And don't you dare tell me that you need to buy Body Heat because it's been out for 10 years and you've had 45 different chances to buy it already. So if you're now considering buying this one, it's literally only because it comes in a red shiny packaging. So no, you're not allowed. I won't allow it. Next up, they are just really coming for all of my money in the next few weeks, aren't they? These Dior blush highlight duos. I just love it. It's like all of the luxury brands like got in a huddle and said, we know what Charlotte likes. We're going straight, we're gunning for her. We're going to get all of her money this month. These, delightful. Okay, I'm going to have to get at least 2 of these. The bronzer, so there's one like contour bronzer highlighter and then the rest are blush and highlight. So the contour or bronzer one, absolutely. I love Dior bronzers. I like their highlighters as well. Yes, 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 please. Of course, I have to get the peachy one and that looks like the perfect orangey peach as well. Kind of tempted by the sort of pinky corally one as well. Not sure if I need 3, maybe for review purposes, yes. For my own purposes, I would only go for 2, maybe I'll pick up 3 for review purposes. The pinky lilac one is my nightmare. That is a no. But these look very exciting to me. I love the look of these, absolutely. Yes, please. They are also coming out with a stick foundation, which I think I will also try. Dior has very good, solid foundations. All of the foundations I've tried from the brand have always been really solid. They've never turned into a holy grail, but the Tom Ford stick foundation has been discontinued, I believe. So I am kind of in the market for a holiday/travel stick foundation, and they do have a really great shade range typically, assuming this is going to be the same sort of shade range that they usually offer with some olive undertones. So I'll definitely try all of these products out for you guys and let you know my thoughts. Similar vibes to the Chanel release. This is going to be, I think, a limited edition. I'm not sure about the stick foundation, but I'm sure that the blush highlight duos will most likely be limited edition. They just smell limited edition-y to me. I don't know about you. Which, by the way, weren't we supposed to have had smell-o-vision by like 10 years ago by now? Where is it? It'd be really, really handy, wouldn't it? Especially when it came to like fragrance reviews. We've digressed. I blame you. So please don't panic buy them. You know, don't put these on a Klarna. Don't put makeup on your credit card. You don't need these. These are blushes and highlighters. Okay. I know that it seems more exciting because they've put them together in a little palette there, and that gets me every time. I don't know about you, but any kind of palette with multiple cheek products in, and I am in. Okay, but if they were releasing singles, I'd be like, I've already got these shades. There's nothing groundbreaking here. A peachy blush, are you okay? You've got 46 already. So that's my advice to you. Really look at these and remember what's in here. Okay, it's a blush and a highlighter. We've all got a lot of those. We don't need to panic buy these. We don't need to go break for these. If you're trying to be good, you're trying to stick to a no buy, I promise you there'll be products that are more necessary that you'll get more out of than these, okay? Don't be fooled because they're in a little duo. These are typically the type of products that I use for a few weeks, and then another one will come along, and there's just always something more exciting around the corner, isn't there? Just envision what might be coming, okay? That might be more excited and you'll wish you'd waited and saved your money for over these. Something from Lisa Eldridge, perhaps. There's a new complexion product coming from Charlotte Tilbury. I know there's a new mothership right around the corner. Have I sold you? Have I sold you? Just remember there's always something more exciting. Cooling off period, don't panic buy them. I promise you they're not going to sell out overnight, even though they will try and pretend that they have. But they'll be back. I just know it. Next up, we have some new Gucci highlighters coming, and I'm fuming. I'm furious. I'm bereft, okay? Because I don't know how many of you have been here for a couple of years, but who remembers my makeup predictions video, not this year, but last year, so my makeup predictions video in 2023, I said Gucci powder highlighters, and I didn't say them this year for some reason. So that's infuriating because I would have been correct. But essentially I was too ahead of my time, okay? I was too progressive. They weren't ready, and now they've finally caught up to my ideas. Now, I don't think these are going to be all of the shades. We've only got two in this picture. One that is like very purple, and one that is much too deep for me, but thrilled to see such a deep highlighter from a brand like Gucci. I do feel like they are more inclusive than a lot of high-end luxury fashion makeup brands. That is such a rich, deep highlighter. I would not have had that on my bingo card from Gucci, so I'm impressed to see that. If these are the only shades available, this will be a pass, because I don't like any kind of purple tint to my highlighters. I've said that before, it's just not my cup of tea. And then the other one will be too deep. If there are more shades of these, then I will definitely try them. As I said in that makeup predictions video, I envision a Gucci highlighter being exactly what I like, a glowy, luminous, lit from within kind of highlighter. So I feel like these hopefully will be up my street, but that deeper one in particular looks very sparkly, doesn't it? So my advice to you guys is 100% wait for review. I'm sure these will be permanent because they don't have permanent highlighters in their collection. So you can 100% wait for review, wait for a sale, wait until it's an easy purchase, and absolutely wait for swatches because yeah, I fear these may be more sparkly than I would have expected from the brand because they just look like they are. They look very sparkly. Maybe it's an overspray. I'm hoping there's more shades than these, maybe a lovely champagne or a peachy. That's more kind of my go-to shade for highlighters, but I'm intrigued. They've got my attention. I love some Gucci packaging. Count me in. Next up, we have these Huda Beauty blush filters, and I'm not going to beat around the bush. I'm out, okay? I'm out. This is many of my nightmares come true, okay? This just does not look like something I'm going to like, okay? It's a liquid blush, my nightmare. Immediately, I'm terrified. There's very few liquid blushes on this earth I've ever gotten on board with, and even those that I've actually quite enjoyed once giving them a go, I don't really want to use them because I just don't like the application process. I always find them a little nerve-wracking to use, a little terrifying. Sweat starts breaking out everywhere at the thought of using them. I would far rather a powder blush or even a cream blush over a liquid blush any day of the year, of the century. Okay, so they're not my preferred formula. This packaging is putting me off even further because I just don't like that sort of, I can just feel how light it is from here, and I feel like, knowing me, I'll probably have dropped it within 3 days of it arriving here. I know the lid's gonna smash, okay, and it's gonna infuriate me. But that all aside, there's no shades here that are really grabbing me and telling me you need to put all of your misconceived, preconceived ideas out of the door and give this a try anyway, because I've got these blush shades. I've got them in easier for me to use formulas. I know I won't use this. I just know that I won't. So yeah, this is an easy pass for me. It's just not my type of product. There's nothing about it that's convincing me otherwise. But for you guys, these are permanent. You do not need to go out, rush out and buy these full price, wait for a sale, wait for reviews, wait until you're sure you could go in store and try these. You don't need to run out and buy these. They're going to be around for a long time. And I highly suspect they're going to be a pain in the bottom to apply and to store. And that if you drop it one time, it's going to have smashed. I know it. I see it in my mind's eye. Disaster lurks around the corner. Next up, let's talk about these Lancome glowy lip balms. Hands up, who knows the answer as to whether I'm buying these or not? I know it's all of you. I know it's all of you. These get me every time. I love a tinted glowy lip balm. I will always try all of them because I'm always on the hunt for the best, the creme de la creme. Can it beat my Lisa Eldridge? Can it beat the Dior Addicts? Can it beat the Sisley? I want to know. I always want to know, has someone topped what we've already got on offer? I just love, these are my go-to favorite type of lip product, and the shade range available here is delighting me. They look juicy, they look shiny, they look like the perfect amount of color. There's so many beautiful summery shades here. It's a yes, 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 yes all around. I want to try these. I want to get my paws, my greasy, greedy mitts all over them, and I will report back. I don't love this packaging with the clear lid, but what I will say, it's going to be very, very handy when you're trying to see which shades you've got, okay? As someone who owns like 40 of the Dior Addicts, this is a constant, like I'm having to constantly pick everyone up when I'm trying to find a specific shade. So I do love that we'll be able to see what colour it is peeking through. Unless once you've started to use it and it's gone below there, then what do you do? You know, I'm concerned about that, to be honest. But yeah, I don't love the packaging. I don't love that see-through bit, but that's the only negative for me. This shade range looks delightful. They look so shiny. I'm beside myself. But wait for a review. I will report back. Let me spend my money so you don't have to, okay? That's what I'm here for. Let me take one for the team. It's my favourite thing to do. And finally, we have some highlighter duos from Patrick Ta. These are cream and powder highlighter duos available in 5 shades. All of these, as per Patrick's little intro that he did on his Instagram, are like sheer colour wise. So he claims that all of these can be used on any skin tone because they don't have a lot of base colour to them. So they're all quite sheer with just a hint of colour, and they all have varying levels of glow. So varying levels of pearl within the formula, so you can pick one that is more suited to how much glow you're wanting. And Patrick himself says that he favours a more natural glow, a softer luminous highlighter. So this is all getting me very excited. Cream highlighters are one of the few cream products that I don't get on terribly with. I don't mind them, especially when you've got a cream and a powder here. So even if I don't love the cream, I've still got the powder that I would love to use. The swatches of these look stunning. I love that there's such a range, and I love that there's also a range of intensities, so we can pick one that tickles our pickle most, that appeals to our preferences most. So this is all very exciting. Apparently the My Love, the diamond sort of silvery shade, is the most, contains the most pearl and therefore is the most sort of sparkly. And then the pink shade has the second most. You then have Sugar, which is an everyday sheer pearl. That one's coming home to live with me. And Daddy, which is a rose gold, and has the most everyday sheer pearl. So that's the most subtle, again, coming home with me. And then we have Honey, which again is an everyday sheer pearl, very similar to Sugar as far as the level of impact. I'm all in. Patrick Ta as a brand, I feel like they always deliver. Very few fails from the brand for me, and I just love Patrick, so I do enjoy supporting that brand. I'm excited to try these. I feel like they will be right up my street. I like that we've got a cream and a powder. I love that packaging. I really like his blush formulas in the same style, so I'm excited for these. They look beautiful. But if you are trying not to buy new makeup or cut back on makeup spending, you don't need these. These are permanent. They're permanent highlighters. Okay, you've got highlighters already. I promise you, you've got too many in fact already. But if you still want these in a couple of weeks or in a few months time, wait for a sale, wait until you can get some money off, wait until it's easy to buy, or until something else more exciting has come along and gazumped it out of top spot. How much do you still want it in a few weeks time? Because it's still going to be there. You don't need to run out and buy these. There's no deadline. I promise you, these are just highlighters, and you already have a lot of them, don't you? I see you. I'm talking to you specifically. Okay, so there you have it. Those are all of the new and upcoming, very, very tempting makeup releases, and all my thoughts on what I'm interested in, what I'm intrigued by, and what I'm tempted to grab. Please let me know what you are tempted by. What are you excited by from the products that we've spoken about in this video, or are you just not interested in any of it? Please let us know in the comment section down below. But I hope you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, and I would love to see you in the next one. Otherwise, take care for now. Bye 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 bye.